Welcome to my first vlog. I'm going to be spending 100 days in LightWave, and we'll get started with a box. We're going to be creating a fantasy axe, and this video is all the way to the point where I'm going to UV unwrap it. UV unwrapping will be in the next video. So I start with the box, I move it up. I'm going to put a loop cut down the center, so that'll be this edge blade. I'm resizing the thickness of the blade to how much I want it to be. And that looks about right there. So now I'm going to hit the bottom, select the bottom, and just move it on down to in the front. Move that over to the side to get the blade shape that I want. And there's the basic form of the axe. So next, I'm doing the handle. Kind of just sizing it up right now and figuring out the proportions of the blade, the handle that I want. So I'm going to be moving it like is shown right here. Just kind of moving it in place before I extrude it out. And there it goes. There's the extrusion. So I think right about there looks good. And I'm done. So now I gotta create a loop cut. There we go. And we're gonna move it to the very tip. Now I went to the polygon, selected the faces, and deselect the faces I didn't want to select. And I'm going to go over to the multi-tab and use the thickness tool to thicken it. Then after I do this, you'll see that I'm going to select the vertices on the outside edge by going to selection loop. Try to select a few vertices, and there we go. And now I'm going to select the vertices that I want it to snap to. I'm going to go to align, the Z, it snaps it just fine. So there is our basic shape of the axe. And from there, we're going to be modifying it even more. So now I got the handle and the blade. Now I'm trying to create an edge, which we're going to create the straps to the handle. Just kind of toying with it right now. I'm going to use the lathe tool and I'm going to lathe it. And I'm fairly new at this, so I'm just kind of toying around, playing with it right now. I'm just trying to get it to where I want it, and it just can't seem to work for me right now. So it took me a few tries, but I eventually got it. Like this try just failed miserably. And so now I'm just going to rotate and move the handle to the center. And to recreate that edge again. To try it for a second time. This time I'm getting a better result, but not exactly the result that I was wanting. Here I'm moving the handle to where I'm going to center it. Now, since I got to restart the lathe, I'm going to delete that out. Create a new edge with the pin line tool. And go back to the lathe, and now I'm lathing it again. And it seems better that time, but then I'm just adjusting the sides. Just kind of fiddle around with the settings. That's the offsets, the offsetting. Kinda. There we go. Here it's just kind of being wonky for me, but it's working exactly the way it's supposed to. And I'm going to try it. Okay. Yeah, it took me a while to get it going. Uh, so again, just adjusting it better. So each time I'm getting better at it. This time it still failed because I didn't make the thick enough. And you'll see when I shrink wrap it for the first time. It's going to show gaps. We don't want any gaps because it's going to be a leather strip that swirls around the whole blade. I mean, the whole handle. This is me going at it again. And this time I think I'm doing better, which each time I mess up, it shows me stretching it. Maybe heat shrink it to the handle. I'm going to manually place that vertex in place. And as you can see, there's gaps that you can see, but I went ahead and not paying attention. Trying to, now I have to redo it again. And this time, when we do it, it's going to be a lot better. Because I actually started messing around with the settings to thicken the straps. There's starting to get thicker, and I'm just reiterating the tools. I got a little too thick there, so I moved it down. Now moved it back up, and that's kind of where I wanted it. So now we got it. I move it in place. I heat shrink it, and I get the same result before with that one Versi not wanting to jump around it. And there we go. Now I gotta just scale it where I want it. Subdivide it, shrink wrap it. We got our leather straps for the handle. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees, put it in the place that I want on the actual handle, and it looks good right there. Just kind of making final adjustments. Now we can get rid of the handle that we used to heat shrink. I didn't like how thin the tip of the handle was, so and generally I lined it up. Me playing around with the rounding of the tip, it was too much, so I decided to end up chamfering it. And I stuck the rings, put a loop cut in the center, and just sized it accordingly for both. And I did the same thing for the opposite side. And there's our handle. And now I'm putting loop cuts in the blade itself, because what we're going to do is we're going to end up bending the blade, because we're going to have a curved axe. And this is me trying to not manually slice quads, and I end up actually slicing the quads, which you'll find soon. That's me losing my model, and I found it again. I'm making that again. You can probably Control Z out of it, and that was no good, so I had to redo the loop cuts. And this is me trying to use tools, figuring out what to do, and I'm like, well, that's not what I wanted. So I lost it again. Go back and play it. And then this is me trying to basically do the LightWave version of a bread filling blender. LightWave, you gotta do it manually, and the sides actually didn't add up after I counted it. So I gotta put that back in, and trying a different way. Still didn't work out. Control Z. Now this is where I'm going to slice it. The good old-fashioned slice tool, where nothing else works out, just quad it manually. And that's what I'm going to be doing here. Now we have our quads. Go to the image editor and smooth it. It's nice and smooth. And now I'm just adjusting the smoothness to where the handle is smooth, the handle strips are smooth. There. Now I'm looking at that blade, I'm going to create a chip in the blade, because why not? We're going to be coming back to that later. Now we're going to be plotting it all out. This is me bending, and I'm just like, I don't like the way that bends, because I wanted to bend the handle in the opposite direction that you'll see at the end of the video. Selecting everything. Now we can put the handle on a different layer. And there we go. And I bent the blade. And I like the bend, actually, the way we bent it. Now I'm coming in and deleting the inside of the faces. Just kind of deleting faces I don't need. And I'll do that on the other side too. Just cleaning up the model. It's me closing the hole back up using bridge. Now on this side, I'm doing the same thing, just cleaning up, double checking everything, deleting the inside faces, but it's just faces we don't need. Close that back up, look there, I'm just looking around, the faces are clear, so that I thought, because now when I hit the tab key, you'll see that there's a face that's still there that I missed, and that's kind of what I'm checking. I was just trying to find it. I didn't. Now this is where I go to actually use the slice tool and make quad out the chip. Now I'm using slicing it. Select these edges and get rid of them. Now the edge is quadded, except for I do have an incline that I gotta make. I end up using loop cuts and then merging. As you're gonna be able to see, but right now I'm just aligning both sides together properly, so that way it's even on both sides. I'm adjusting the curve back to where it's a smooth curve. This is how it goes. Just constant looking, adjusting. Come back in. And we're going to fix this incon right here. Yep. I'm going to merge vertices together. Now no more incons. Checked, good. See, we got a hole there. Tab. So it's because there's this face that I missed on the inside. So I deleted it, filled it back in. On that side, it created a hole. I must have selected the face and deleted it. But that's alright, because we re-bridged it, and it's looking good. This is just where I just used the bend tool to bend it. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications, and have a nice day.